Okay guys, so we're gonna look at the price targets for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and for the Total 3. Now I want to say that over the past week I did, April 2nd to start the month, I made some videos in the members only video updates, and gist of it was to basically say that people are getting a bit ahead of themselves. Okay, everyone was calling for a decoupling of Bitcoin from the stock market. So I made that video about decoupling and said that we haven't decoupled. Okay, now it looks like it's not an I told you so, but it looks like we've been proven to be correct. And the reason that I bring that to your attention, guys, is because I think that a lot of people make the biggest mistakes by, number one, going on Twitter too much and, you know, getting a bunch of different opinions, or even just following these big accounts that they get paid for engagement, right? So they're engagement farming you guys. Or number two, you guys watch too many crypto videos. So again, I know like it's in my best interest for you guys to watch my videos, but at the same time, sometimes what the best thing to do, guys, is to just chill, let things happen, and then come and reevaluate at a later date. So if you feel like you're addicted to all of these videos and it stresses you out more than not, then maybe it's time to just say, you know what, let me stop being hyper obsessive with the market. But again, easier said than done, because I'm doing the same thing because I put so much money into the market. Now, we said that Bitcoin was going to go down to like 79k. We said that ETH is still targeting 1.3k, and now Bitcoin has actually gone down more than 79k, and ETH is now at the lower areas of the channel. Okay, so we still are targeting 1.3k. We're just having a short-term relief, in my opinion, before I do think we have an eventual rollover to complete the 1618 breakdown target for Ethereum, and that could be potentially where our ETH USD pair does bottom. One thing to pay attention to is the death cross on Bitcoin. It's officially crossed on the daily, and we're going to look at a lot of Tony the Bull's charts today, because he was a contrarian thinker when everybody else was saying up only, right? He actually did look at some downside targets, and it's important that we do look at that as well. So death cross, sometimes what happens with these death crosses is we have rallies back into the lower MA before an eventual push lower. Okay, but do bear in mind that previously death crosses have led to bottoming out zones for Bitcoin. Okay, so we have had a death cross and then we go to print higher highs. We only are going to have to wait and see what happens with this one. Something that doesn't look so great is the fact that we've lost this larger structure. I think I showed you this maybe a couple of videos ago, but this structure that we've been in this entire bull market for the past 2 years now, crazy. Everyone that says it's just getting started, remember, they probably got in like around here. It's not just getting started, because it started in 2023. Okay, so we're in 2025 now. If we do start to close weekly and monthly candles below this, then by the end of April, I'm going to say to you guys on the channel, like, right, probably a good time to exit Bitcoin positions, your alt positions. Maybe it's time to short. But again, we don't get ahead of ourselves, because this could be the holy bear trap that we all hope it is. But if it's not, this is something that you guys could look at. I'm not really an Elliott Wave guy. If you want to go watch those Elliott Wave people, you know the channels. But maybe we have had a very, very simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're coming down in the 1, 2, 3, right? And if that is true, or the ABC should I say, if that is true, then, you know, a lot of people targeting 42k if we don't get any sort of recovery out there by now. And if you see here, Tony the Bull says a final bottom would be in April 2026, which I believe a lot of people would not be able to survive. So we have a mid-cycle bear, we have that relief rally to a lower high, and then we go. Now, while that all sounds bearish, Bitcoin USD has also triggered a TD sell setup. This is not a signal, but a setup. And even though it has triggered a sell, what usually happens on this 9th candle is it puts in one higher high above the previous high, and you can see here the higher high would be around 142k. And when we look at today's charts from Tony the Bull, then this could be the potential bullish signal. So it has now triggered a buy setup on the weekly. So could this be what pushes us up to the new higher high? Maybe we only reach just shy of 100k, which is technically a higher low, and then we do dump down. But it does look like maybe over the coming weeks or so, especially with the fact that everyone is now trying to say, right, we're pricing in rate cuts, maybe Trump's going to go back on tariffs, he's, you know, doing deals with these countries, maybe we do start to get a few little bullish pieces of news come out, we have that final rally, and then we enter the bear. And in this move here is where I personally will be looking to take a lot of profits off the table. So right now, Bitcoin chart has not changed. We actually closed below our technical breakdown target. Next target is going to be 73.5k. All right, so looks like we're having bounces a little bit higher. Doesn't mean that once the stock market opens, we can't continue this drive lower. Definitely could happen. Maybe we do drive lower, coil up until the May's rate cut meetings, and that could be a catalyst that starts to push us up. Total 3, last legs, right? We're now bouncing off the lower area of the wedge. Again, maybe it might be something like this, guys. So I don't want to change my stance right at the last minute, but if it does want to, you know, start to include the wicks, then we can say, right, wicks can go all the way down another 17%, which would suck. Okay, that would not be nice. Ethereum has got to do its thing. I do think we're going to get some sort of relief in ETH over the coming days. Okay, I would like to see us have some sort of relief if we are going to roll over rather than fall through this structure, because then we're looking at way lower targets than what I did anticipate. So my eyes on the prize for ETH going to be 1300. You know the rest, guys. We're going to get in some altcoin charts probably later today, later this week. You guys let me know what altcoins you want me to cover in the next video. But that's it, guys. You let me know how you're feeling about the market. Is it all over? Are we officially in a bear market? There's a lot of opinionated people in the comments right now. Go and leave me a comment. Leave me a like on the video if you found anything useful. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.